Hey guys, what's going on? This is the conservative speaking, and I wanted to talk about Black Lives Matter supporters assaulting a hostess at Carmine's restaurant in New York City. Once again, Black Lives Matter are in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. I can't really recall a time where Black Lives Matter was in the spotlight for something positive. Why? Because there are a radical agitated group. Any radical agitated group will never ever be in the spotlight for anything good because because their nature is disruptive. Their goal is to cause disruption. Okay? Now, this was done by three fat fat women from Texas, and they decided to attack this hostess because certain people in the group couldn't get in. So there were people there. So I guess there were certain people from what I gathered from the story. Certain people had the vaccine passport, and some of them didn't. This is what I guess this is what I'm getting. So because of that, that's the reason why the whole commotion happened in the first place. But truth be told, okay, it kills me about the black community that black people have this entitlement to believe that they can just walk into someone else's business and dictate how they should run their own business. It just kills me. It's incredible. All right. Black Lives Matter are a bunch of losers. All right. The Black Lives Matter organization are a bunch of losers. All right, this is an organization. These are supporters who don't have anything. All right, and I'm sure that these women, these fat women from Texas, I guess everything is big in Texas, so I'm not surprised that these women in Texas were overweight. Everything is big in Texas, by the way. Lord have mercy. Um, and so these women, I'm sure, don't own a business. And if they do, if one of these women are business owners, then they should know better. They should know better than to think that you can just walk into a private business on private property and dictate to the owner how they should operate their business. Now, granted, okay, am I in favor of the vaccine passports? Absolutely not. Um, Last time I checked, this is the United States of America, not communist China. All right. But it looks like communism has landed in certain cities. All right. One being New York City. And look, obviously, a lot of these businesses are do not want to not a lot of these businesses do not want to be in danger of getting shut down by the government. So the government is putting out these draconian measures. Sorry, the so the government is putting out these draconian measures. All right, these draconian rules. Um, they are obviously implementing totalitarianism. Got through that word, and pretty much this all this is just nothing but fascism. All they want to do is have control over the people, and they want to pit the vaccinated versus the unvaccinated. And you even heard it from Mayor De Blasio. He said, "Listen, if you want to enjoy everything in New York City, then get vaccinated. You pretty much have to force yourself into doing something that you more than likely don't want to do." All right. Now, should vaccines get, I mean, should people mandate vaccines? I mean, honestly, it's a personal decision. It should be a personal decision on whether or not you want to get vaccinated. It shouldn't have to be the government's decision to want to force you to take something and then have to show your papers to prove that you've taken it. Okay. And so to be fair, yes, I mean, I'm not for it at all. But then that also means too that for the ones that want to partake in that, I don't necessarily have to patronize their business. And so for these Black Lives Matter supporters to think that they can just walk into a business and say, well, guess what? We don't have to show our papers. We still want to eat, is ridiculous, because unless those three women can show that they own that business, they have no say into into saying how a business owner is supposed to run his business. Now, if the business owner wants to implement the government's law and say that you need to show proof that you've been vaccinated in order for you to come in and eat, that's his business. That's his prerogative. That business owner, he or she has the right to implement that. And these black support, or these Black Lives Matter supporters who are patrons, have no right to tell a business owner how to run their business, in their own business, in their own property. That's utterly ridiculous. Okay? But these black supporters, and mainly just most black people as a whole, have a sense of entitlement to believe that what's yours is theirs. And this is something that has been pulling down the black community for so long, and this is the reason why most black people are not thriving today, because they believe that they should just come in and just take whatever you have, or come on your property and tell you how to dictate or how to conduct yourself or how to operate on your own property. Now let it be me. Now let it be me personally. Now obviously I will never partake in this draconian rule of enforcing vaccine or vaccine passports. I'm just not doing it. All right. But if I were to partake in it and they didn't want to partake in it, well, guess what? Take your stuff and go down the street, because I would rather not deal with your business and take, I would rather not deal with your business and your money than to have to deal with your headache. Your headache, honestly, in the end, it's not even worth whatever amount of money that I charge for my services, or for the products. So you can take your patronism down the street. That's what I would have done personally. Okay. And so I'm going to show you an example of the reason why this Black Lives Matter movement is a cancer to the black community, and why black people, for the most part, are the most unapproachable people that you can come across. Watch this.
Major confrontation. Black Lives Matter protesting outside Carmine's restaurant in New York City after 3 African-American women.
No such thing as African American. Honestly, I wish white people would call it like it is. Okay, they were not born in Africa. All right, their parents weren't born in Africa, and their grandparents weren't born in Africa. They just got that idea because they've been taught to believe that they were ripped away from Africa by the white man and were brought to America. All right, but most of these people can't even prove that happened. Truth of the matter is, they were born in America. So white people need to stop playing to that narrative.
Women from Texas got into a brawl with a hostess over vaccine passports. They claim the Asian American hostess
Look at the black female. Look at her. Look at this.
Racist remarks. The tourists were charged with assault and criminal mischief. Surveillance video appears to show them confronting the host.
Okay, I just want to show you guys black excellence right here. As you can see, this is a black gentleman with a mop head, and his pants are below his waist side. Now I don't know if he's trying to arouse a homosexual to come near him, but most men should not be wearing their pants below their waist. I mean, he's showing his whole underwear. He wants the whole world to know. He wants the whole world to see his underwear. That is not manly-like at all. That is not how a man should wear his pants. And again, I mean, unless he's trying to arouse a homosexual and trying to invite a homosexual to his behind, there's no reason why his pants should be below his belt. You can definitely tell he was raised by his mother, a black single mother.
Hostess after they were asked to leave. Okay, I'll start with you, Dana. The claim of racism by the three women who were ultimately...
Oh, Lord have mercy. It kills me. Black people claim they're so strong. Oh, we're so strong. You know, we can do anything. We're strong. We're strong black people. But really, they're the most weak-minded people ever. All you have to do is call them a name, and they react. They overreact as if they are actually that name. If they're so strong, then why are they so weak-minded when it comes to mentality? They think they're strong because they're physically strong, all right? But mentally, they're weak-minded people because they can easily be agitated by words. Easily. They overreact as if they are whatever they're being called. Amazing. But that's the blacks for you all day.
Arrested wasn't made until the next day.
Right.
They didn't say it to the manager. They didn't say it to the police when they responded. And yet,
it's not on video.
It's not on video. Well, they say that it's not on the video.
Well, you
That's
see,
right.
like you can see that in the surveillance video there from up above, and the managers of the restaurant.
Look at them. Look at them. Look. I mean,
very
look at these
to
black
this
Jezebels.
kind of accusation are adamant
look
that
at this
did
fat,
not happen, and I'm
look
sure
at this
that
fat,
they have witnesses
overweight,
there. One of
sloppy
the things
woman.
that's terrible for small businesses
look
is
at
that they already have a situation where they can't find workers. And you have the Job Creators Network has this huge...
That's black people for you all day. So violent. They always have to resolve things with violence because that's all they know. All right? And these fat, nasty, sloppy women really should be fighting their weight instead of fighting a hostess that's just doing her job.
Huge lawsuit against the administration about the mandate, but they're talking about small businesses, and it's not because they're against vaccines. It's the fact that it's so hard for small businesses to find workers already. Look at it. Look at this fat woman. You imagine if you're
look at this fat woman right here, and I guess she thinks she's great because she has a big chest and a big butt, but truth be told, she's just overweight. I mean, she's a fat, sloppy woman. You know, with European style hair, amazing.
A young woman, and you're thinking of getting your start in New York City, and you're going to take a job as a hostess. Is this worth it? Because they're the ones that are on the front line. That's the first person that you see when you walk into the restaurant. It's not a security guard. And one of the
people, they're told they have to sit outside. So you got quite a visual for the winter, right?
Wow.
White people in, black people out. That's not going to go well, which leads to the next question. What's missing? The COVID cops. Is there a force that's going to be going around enforcing this stuff? Now, this is not the restaurant's fault. If you are a pissed off protester, protest the people who created the rules, not the poor souls that are...
Exactly. The same people that the blacks vote 90% of the time in office. Okay? Don't blame them, honestly, for imposing these draconian rules. All right? Because in the end, you people are voting these people in. All right? You should have known that de Blasio is a Democrat, and the last thing that de Blasio wants you to have is freedom. But again, that's not going to stop the blacks, 90% of them, to pull the lever and vote Democrat, because we all know there's a saying in the black community: if you're black, you vote Democrat.
Are forced to enforce them, who have to stand out there and take the abuse. No hostess or restaurant manager wants to get in the middle.
Yeah, there's the black female with the megaphone
of a racial conflict,
yeah.
Especially
there's
if it's
the black
ginned
female
up,
with the megaphone,
and it involves then protests. The videos, from what we can tell,
making a whole bunch of noise, saying a whole
the,
bunch
the,
of
the
nothing.
Tourists were the aggressors, but we can't hear anything. But we knew this was coming.
Yeah, we knew it was coming, and
so the thing is, so the black woman with the megaphone, she's out there, she's making all of this noise, saying a whole bunch of nothing. Honestly, this is something that they should have done, right? after after they were denied, they should have just left and then go ahead and make all your noise and do the protest with the megaphone and what else that you have to do, as long as you're not within their property. Keep in mind, right? They're only doing all of this because they feel that as black people they're being singled out because they didn't want to take the vaccine. All right. But the black woman with the megaphone, it's funny that she's making all of that noise. Do you think she would have been making all of that noise if a black person would have killed another black person? I haven't seen one single Black Lives Matter supporter come out and speak out or protest against that. I haven't seen one single Black Lives Matter protester protest the shameful black sluts that are having sex out of wedlock and are having babies out of wedlock at 70%. I don't see the Black Lives Matter supporters with the megaphone protesting outside of Planned Parenthood that kills more than 1,800 unborn black babies in the womb, because black women are just willing to go out and kill the unborn child in their womb. Where's the black woman with the black megaphone then?
And hang on, Harold, 1 second. I want to ask Sean. We knew that it was coming, and it appears that the Asian American hostess, I want to be clear about this, she let the three women in, three black women
Had
in.
their vaccine
and
cards.
then they had their vaccine cards, and then three.
You know, there's another thing. There's another thing too that I have to mention about that. See, there's the guy. Amazing. Black men for all the masculinity that they claim that they have, they sure carry themselves as a bunch of feminine sluts. Black men is sluts, literally. But not to get off track, but this is something that I've noticed. I noticed that over the springtime, wasn't it black people trying to unite with Asian people to stop Asian violence that they were claiming were being done by white extremists? Well, who looks like the extremist now? So the hostess is Asian, and she's being attacked by 3 Jezebels. All right? 3 angry, aggressive, agitated Jezebels. Black Jezebels. It seems like the only people that are actually doing the attacking on Asian people would be the blacks. But I'm not surprised. Black people will attack anybody. Black people kill each other. So what makes you think that black people are not capable of killing or hurting anyone? The blacks don't love each other. If they have no love for each other, they're definitely not going to have no love for anybody else.
Men joined them. They had their vaccine cards. But then there were another 3. And then all 6 of them came out for the 3 that didn't have a vaccine card. And that's when the fight really started.
And all heck breaks loose. But here's the so let's just go for a moment and say, let's say there was a racial slur.
Hold on.
We don't have audio.
Does this man have a belt? And his pants, and he's choosing to wear his pants below his waist? Black culture. Black excellence. Black power. Throw your black fist in the air. That's black excellence all day. Black excellence.
Let's go down that path.
To make.
I know. Well, let's go on that path
baloney.
for a second. What is the right response if someone makes a racial slur to you? Do you gang up on someone 3-on-1 and beat the crap out of them? Is that
Absolutely? When it comes to the black community, because that's all the blacks know. That's all they know. All right. Black people believe in mob justice, and they believe in street justice as well. Okay. Oh no, they're not going to handle things civilly. They're going to take it, because that's all the blacks know. If this is not living proof that black people don't build anything, all they want to do is take and destroy, I don't know what else I can show you.
No, but and so
That is the point.
that is not the
This is criminal
appropriate
behavior.
response.
Yeah.
Go
Right.
ahead.
So, and that's not to defend any racial slurs, but yeah. And I don't like Black Lives Matter. I don't agree with Black Lives Matter. But Black Lives Matter says
Me neither.
there's a disparate impact on black families because they're vaccine hesitant because of American history. They're not getting vaccines and they're being excluded from restaurants. I'm going to give one chalk up to Black Lives Matter on this one. First time.
Why? Why? For what? For what? I mean, if they don't like what the business is giving them, then you just go to another business. That's all you have to do. All right? These people don't have the right to come in and muscle their way and punch their way and throw their weight around, literally and figuratively, just because they're not getting their way. They act as if Carmine's restaurant is the only restaurant in New York City. You mean to tell me that there's not another restaurant that you can go to that can take your business? And to be honest with you, with that type of behavior, I wouldn't blame any restaurant for letting these people in. These people are a bunch of savages. They behave like a bunch of animals, a bunch of black animals. That's what they are.
Okay.
Ever.
So Black Lives Matter decides they're going to protest, and the guardian angels are out there, and they're cursing him out. They're throwing anti-gay slurs at the guardian angels. Hit it.
Criminal behavior. They assaulted that Asian American woman. They assaulted the Latina who came to her aid.
Listen, black people will assault anybody. They don't care. If they feel that you are in the way of them making a point, they will run you over. All right? The blacks have no love. If this is not proof that the blacks have any love, I don't know what is. All right? And remember, wasn't it black people that stood next to the Asians and said that they were going to go against Asian hate? Well, look who's showing the hate now. Amazing.
They assaulted the black man
woman.
and the black woman that came to her aid. They were. The video is so clear. It is absolutely intolerable. It's not.
A bunch of black Jezebels that don't have anything, that think they can just come in and tell you how to run your business, and here they are starting their mess. I mean, being overly violent, overly aggressive. This is black people in a nutshell. I don't know why you guys are surprised.
Not about black people are hesitant to get vaccines or to show the card, or it might be friction or that. We follow the rules. There's rules against jaywalking. There's rules that you can't grab a little person and throttle them and throw what do you call
You'd be
it?
good at the border patrol on a horse.
It was absolute. I don't exactly get the.
Well, you're talking about rules,
They
laws, and
assaulted her.
process.
They assaulted
Geraldo
her.
is right. It's very simple.
That's it.
They can.
Yeah, it's simple. They should go to jail, but guess what? They're black, so they're gonna get the pass. Because they've been under racism, and they've suffered through racism, and no, we have to let them go, you know? Okay. And it's gonna continue to happen. Oh, but keep in mind, even if they were to get arrested, honestly, they have a no bail system. So they'll be out within the next hour or so. And then they're gonna come back and do the same thing over and over and over again. Because this is the blacks that we're talking about. All right? The color folks will never learn.
Committed crimes.
Case closed.
And you know what?
100%
Even if someone is called a name, it is not justification for a subsequent assault.
But black people are so strong. Oh, they're so strong. And yet they get triggered when they're being called a name. You ever heard the saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words can never hurt me? Call me this and call me that and call yourself a dirty rat? Well, clearly, that message hasn't gotten through to blacks. Black people are so strong. Black excellence, black power, we're so strong. And yet you call us a name that's irrelevant to us, and we overreact as if we are that. Beta females. Beta blacks.
Call them a name. It's ridiculous. Black
There's no
Lives Matter.
indication that they work.
Hey, Sean.
Part of Black Lives Matter. maze and stuff. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought about the video. Let me know what you thought about the narrating, and give me your thoughts. Was this out of bounds, or was I or was I approximately on point with all of the points that I made? Leave a comment below right after you subscribe, though. Okay. um, Click the like button if you like the video. Share the video. Subscribe to my channel, as I will be able to provide more content for you. And if you subscribe, the content should be able to pop up for you. So you'll be able to get first dibs on any new videos that I post. And with that being said, this is the Conservative signing out. Have a good night.